Hi everyone, today's headlines. Assam Board of Secondary Education reduces syllabus of class 9 and 10 by 40% for 2021-22 session. NSF distressed at the attempt of Governor Ravi to distort the historical truth. Nagaland extend existing COVID-19 lockdown by 2 weeks. Mumbai, RT-PCR test mandatory for international travelers. Taliban close to forming new government in Afghanistan. News in details. Assam Board of Secondary Education reduces syllabus of class 9 and 10 by 40% for 2021-22 session. The Board of Secondary Education Assam has decided to reduce course curriculum of every subject for classes 9 and 10 by 40% for 2021-22 session for the convenience of exam of the students due to COVID-19 pandemic. Suranjana Senapati ACS, Secretary, Board of Secondary Education Assam, in a notification said that in view of the COVID-19 pandemic, the educational institution had to be closed from the third week of April 2021. During this period, the schools has conducted online classes but most of the students could not attend due to various reasons, Senapati notified. It has been noticed that there has been considerable academic loss and it will be difficult for the students as well as the teachers to cover the course curriculum prescribed by the Board of Secondary Education Assam for the academic year 2021-22, Senapati added. Therefore, the Board of Secondary Education Assam has decided to reduce the course curriculum of each and every subject approximately by 40% in comparison with the academic session 2019 for the convenience of examination of the students of class 9 and 10 in the academic session 2021-22, it notified. NSF distressed at the attempt of Governor Ravi to distort the historical truth. The Naga Students Federation expressed distress at the attempt to distort the historical truth by the Governor of Nagaland and Government of India appointed interlocutor for Indo-Naga political negotiation, R.N. Ravi. The NSF issued the press release in regard to Ravi's statement which said, in the autumn of their rule, when the British conspired to partition India and give away Northeast India to Pakistan, the leaders of Naga Hills stood in solidarity with the rest of the country and thwarted the diabolical colonial conspiracy. Naga leaders play significant roles in the constitutional evolution of India. The Federation said his continued glorification of the Naga People Convention and the 16-point Charter of Demand, which had long been disowned by the Naga people through his various acts of patronizing its founder and leaders in another matter of great concern to the Naga youth and students. The NSF stated that Naga youths and students are fed up of his rhetoric with the intent to divide the Naga people and that the governor claim and successive misadventures only reveals his shallow understanding of the Naga history and also the narrow walls within which he has been trying to solve the vexed Indo-Naga political issue. Nagaland extend existing COVID-19 lockdown by 2 weeks. The government of Nagaland has extended the existing lockdown measures and relaxation in the entire state till September 16. The Chief Secretary of State, J. Alam, issued the extension order as Unlock 5 from August 19 to September 2, entered on Thursday. He stated that the direction was issued in exercise of the powers conferred to him under Section 22(2)(b) and Section 22(2)(h) of the Disaster Management Act 2005 and as a chairperson of the State Executive Committee. According to the order, the existing lockdown measures and the relaxation for the various activities as laid down in the previous directive issued for the entire state on August 18 will be extended for another 2 weeks till September 16. Mumbai, RT-PCR test mandatory for international travelers from these countries starting today. Inbound passengers in Mumbai from the United Kingdom, Middle East, Brazil and China will have to be mandatorily provide RT-PCR tests from Friday, September 3. The Mumbai civic body said that passengers arriving from on transiting through the UK, Europe, Middle East, South Africa, Brazil, Bangladesh, Botswana, China, Mauritius, New Zealand and Zimbabwe will have to undergo paid RT-PCR tests after they land at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport. Passengers from other countries who have to exit the airport or board connecting flights will have to show the RT-PCR negative report done 72 hours prior to the journey, the BMC said. RT-PCR tests will not be mandatory for such passengers on arrival at the Mumbai airport from 12 am on September 3, it said. Taliban close to forming new government in Afghanistan. The Taliban may announce their cabinet Friday, sources said, with a spectacle world watching for clues on whether the new regime will keep its promises to Afghanistan, particularly for women while facing enormous economic hurdles. The announcement, which two Taliban sources told AFP could come after Friday afternoon prayers, would take place amid deep mistrust of the Islamists as they shift gear from insurgent group to governing power, days after the United States fully withdrew its troops and entered their 20-year war. The West has adopted a wait-and-see approach to engagement with the Taliban going forward, but there were some signs of unfreezing as Western Union announced it was restarting money transfer, and Qatar said it was working to reopen the airport in Kabul, a lifeline for aid. Meanwhile, the British and Italian foreign ministry were both headed to Afghanistan neighbor in coming days to discuss refugees still hoping to escape Taliban authority. China, however, may be taking a more proactive stance. A Taliban spokesperson tweeted early Friday that the foreign ministry in Beijing had promised to keep its embassy in Afghanistan open and to beef up relations and humanitarian assistance. The Taliban has pledged a softer rule than their harsh 1996 to 2001 regime, which also came after years of conflict, first the Soviet invasion of 1979 and then a bloody civil war. That's all for now. To get the latest news, don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you.